breakups are hard, and this might be the hardest breakup I've ever had to do. I'm breaking up with Duolingo. And I know you're probably thinking, why? I thought you loved Duolingo. Well, let me give you a brief story about what led me to make this decision. I have been learning Korean for about the last 7 months, and before that I was learning Italian, and I loved learning Italian. I learned so many things from learning Italian. I loved the speaking element, I loved the stories, I loved the lessons were okay. But I loved like all of those things, you know. I bought the Duolingo Premium. And then last year I decided I wanted to start learning Korean. So I switched over, and they only had lessons and listening, and they didn't have the speaking element. They didn't have the stories. I was like, okay. I learned my Hangul. I learned the alphabet. It was a mediocre experience, I'd say. And then last month, my friend who's learning Italian let me see her Duolingo, like see what lesson she's on. So I was like, that's weird. I've never seen this kind of like interface before. And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, you must be really far. And she's like, no, I'm not. And I looked. I was farther than she was, and she had all these fun things. There was interactive little games. There was a little FaceTime call that you can do. I never got any of that on the Korean side. And I was thinking, you know, like Italian, it's probably, a lot more people are probably learning Italian. And Italian is one of the Romance languages. So, you know, Spanish, French, Portuguese, you know, they're all like in that same little like family. And then Korean is not. So, And I was like, okay, we just got speaking, so it'll probably be a little second before we get stories, whatever. And then one day I was doing a speaking lesson, and I kept getting one of the words wrong. And I was like, why am I getting this word? I know this word is right. You know, I do theater. I know how to listen and repeat, you know? So I was like, why is this word wrong? What is the T? And I was getting so frustrated. And I kept clicking on the word. I was like, what does this word mean? No definition. Click on the word, nothing. Huh? At one point, I even recorded Duolingo and played it back to itself. Still said the word was wrong. Whatever. I completed the lesson. I got maybe a 50 on it because I got the speaking wrong. I'm getting so frustrated at my Duolingo. This is the sentence. Ready?
피자 3개 있는 거 맞죠?
This is the word that's troubling me.
3개.
세개.
3개.
세개. 피자 3개 있는 거 맞죠? 세개. 세개. And I sent it to my friend who lives in Korea. I was like, 언니, what am I doing wrong? And she was like, actually, you got it right. But also, and I was like, also? She said, that we don't say that. I was like, what? And she's like, that's not, this sentence doesn't make sense. And we don't say this. And I was like, oh. So it led me down a giant rabbit hole of native Korean speakers who are fluent, obviously, in Korean, doing Duolingo and getting absolutely gobsmackingly mad at it. And I was like, you know what? I think it's time for me to quit Duolingo. I've already canceled my subscription. My subscription ends in March, and it's almost February, so I figure what perfect timing. So we will be completing day 700 of my Duolingo streak together, and then I will be promptly deleting the app. My favorite lesson, the words lesson. It's so easy. Let's get some type of grade.
사전,
장난감,
주다, 선물,
엽서, 물, 장난감,
동물, 주다, 춥다,
엽서, 순서, 수다,
선물, 숲,
선어,
사전,
보다.
We made it. I'll share the milestones so I get the gems. Not that it matters anyway. I've earned a total of 73,000 XP. In Korean, I've gotten 25,000 XP. Phenomenal, phenomenal. 11,000 coins is crazy. Let me screen record my iPad. Removing Duolingo? You can't hide from Duo. That's insane. That's a little weird. Okay. Okay. Oh! I didn't expect it to go to that page. Wow. Okay. So I will be learning Korean pretty much on my own. Duolingo didn't really help anyway. It was great for like I need extra help with words and stuff. But there are other things that I've used that I like better. So I'm going to do those. I'm also going to make and buy some flashcards. I have some workbooks. Maybe I'll put some of the things that I do on here. I think that'd be fun. What's to say? Anyway, this was fun. Yeah. That's all I have for this video. Really just wanted to break up with Duolingo. It's gonna be weird not having the owl stare at me every day, but whatever. We live and we let live. So I'm excited to see what else will happen in the future. This was a terrible outro. It's been a few years since I've done content. So I guess that's it. If you're new here, welcome. You can feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like. I don't know if I'm going to put it here, if I'm going to put it in an end cap. Feel free to watch me getting ready to meet Dan and Phil. I know it's in a vertical format, but that was when I thought I was going to strictly be a TikTok influencer, but here we are. With TikTok also deleted off of my phone. Feel free to subscribe, watch my latest video, follow me on all the things at Rosavision 3D. She rebranded. Welcome to the rebrand. I have blue hair. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye!